I want to thank Elon Musk. He endorsed me.
I understand why the left hates him, just as he did in the Carolinas during the flood.
Within 45 minutes, planes and helicopters loaded up with this equipment, and they were having perfect communication within less than 24 hours. It was unbelievable.
He has this brilliant idea that cyber trucks with this huge 7,000 pounds of batteries, if you don't use the batteries for transportation and you position them strategically on a grid, then they can offer Starlink and power the Starlink. So he's taking all of these cyber trucks, apparently hundreds of them, and he's putting them in key places, and then he's opening up Starlink free.
Well, early this morning, Elon Musk announced on X that Tesla Cybertrucks will be positioned in Malibu areas. So communication is something that he wants to work on. They're equipped with Starlink internet and free Wi-Fi to support wildfire response.
Here's how it works. Cybertrucks are equipped with Starlink satellite dishes, transforming them into mobile base stations. These trucks are strategically positioned in a grid pattern across regions where traditional communication infrastructure has been compromised. The vehicles serve dual purposes. They not only provide power through their robust battery systems to the Starlink terminals, but also establish a widespread Wi-Fi mesh network.
So all the first responders, all of the people who are trying to find out who's alive can communicate on the internet. And he is doing more than a lot more than the mayor is doing, a lot more than the deputy mayor for safety, who's basically under house arrest for phoning in a bomb threat or the allegations of such.
Musk says the vehicles will create a grid to help connect communities in the hardest hit areas.
Musk invited people who have Cybertrucks to pick up a Starlink and go out there and add to the Starlink service for these affected areas.
Wow.
They've been going after him. They say he's a billionaire, he's too close. Well, you never said that about George Soros, who basically destroyed the prosecutorial system in our major cities. You never said that about billionaire Reid Hoffman that funded the whole bogus E. Jean Carroll suit. You never said that about Mark Zuckerberg, put in $419 million to absorb the work of the registrars. 2020 election. You only do it about Elon because he flipped.
Come on up here, Elon. Come here. Take over, Elon. Just take over.
And never forget about those people who go,
I love my Tesla, but I hate the man who made it now. So every time I drive around my beloved Tesla, and Tesla I know is better than all the other EVs, but every time I get in it, it's an advertisement for a pro-Trump person. So they have that frustration. And then there's fear. They're thinking, nobody can break into the top three, GM, Chrysler, Ford. He did. He's the first person. The DeLorean never did. No, but Studebaker, American Motors, he did. And then they're thinking, well, he bought X. He paid $30 billion too much. It wasn't worth over $10 billion. He paid $40 billion, something, 50.
After revolutionizing the space race and electric cars, the world's richest man is now promising a Twitter makeover.
Yes, and he revolutionized the whole idea of social media, and he created a stampede, and now you have Mark Zuckerberg, who's following in the footsteps of Elon and the Google people.
I think that that's just increasingly true. And my view at this point is like, all right, we started off focused on free expression. We kind of had this pressure tested over the last period, and like this is how it's going to be going forward.
Renaming his own account Chief Twit and proclaiming the bird is freed. Elon Musk carried a kitchen sink into Twitter HQ this week, tweeting, "Let that sink in."
But you also have Mark Zuckerberg, who said that he couldn't possibly have gone against the government, and apparently Elon did. That's the other frustration.
There's some difference. I don't know who would have won their cage fight. Elon's much older, and Mark Zuckerberg's kind of buff, but Elon's a much more courageous person.
It was during the Biden administration when they were trying to roll out the vaccine program. While they're trying to push that program, they also tried to censor anyone who was basically arguing against it. And they pushed us super hard to take down things that were true.
And then you have the rocket. If you had said Elon is going to save NASA from itself, and he's going to launch a dozen 24 satellites every month. Nobody would have believed you. My point is this. So now they're thinking Elon is going to cut with Ramaswamy and this Doge thing. That's silly. He can't cut $1 trillion. He can. He did it with NASA. He did it with Tesla, and he did it with X. So he can do it. So they hate him and they're afraid of him. And so anytime he comes into the news, they trash him. And now he's interfering, they think, interfering over in Europe.
Douglas Murray skewers a Guardian article calling Elon Musk a top enemy of the left, pointing out its absurdity and bias. Some British politicians also calling for his arrest.
Look at this deranged piece in The Guardian, where else, with the headline, "You know who else should be on trial for the UK's far-right riots? Elon Musk." That was the headline, and the piece goes on to call Musk one of the world's most prolific enemies of truth.
That the British authorities should arrest an American citizen. I mean, I don't know if Jonathan Friedland knows his history. I assume he does. But he should know that America fought quite a significant war in order that American citizens would not, in fact, be under the writ of British law. And thank goodness Elon Musk isn't, and thank goodness he has the guts to continue, like a number of the rest of us, to say what is the truth.
But ultimately, undeniably, the truth is,
He's doing a wonderful job, and he's hated because they're envious and fearful of him.
the question remains, if Elon Musk ever got arrested by British authorities, would the court proceedings be live-streamed on X, powered by SpaceX satellites, with Tesla ads in between? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.